In the cold, dark nation of Noctilia, tucked between the pale hinterlands and the Goldahir Mountains, lies the small, secretive land of Velsvania, where the voices of witches are carried on the wind, wolves roam freely beneath the beauty of the moon, and creatures of the night stalk the shadows. Umbramourne, the city of candles and cats, stands proudly as the capital, teeming with spellcasters, strange creatures, and untapped magical potential. But the shadows are hungry for power and for blood. There has been great unrest in the land. The witches of Umbramourne have been in conflict with the werewolves for decades, fighting over territory and resources. But in recent months, the werewolf clans have been especially aggressive, and High Enchantress Asteril has decided to finally take a stand, reaching out to a potential ally to assist with resolving this conflict. Little do they know the calamity that will be unleashed in this enterprise for peace.
Good evening. Welcome back. Please follow me to the study. The High Enchantress is waiting for you.
Finally, there you are. You are almost late. No excuses. I do not care that you were busy bottling last night's moon water or carving new protective runes. It is imperative that you are on time today. First impressions are critical tonight. Thank the gods our guest has not arrived yet. Is that candle wax on your sleeve? Clean yourself up. Get every last speck of mud off your coat, and for the love of the Fae, get those twigs out of your hair. I know a little dishevelment is to be expected of all witches, but I've selected you for a very special task, and you must represent the coven with all the grace and charm you can muster. You are going to be our guest's escort during her time in our city, and you must present yourself accordingly. If you are unkempt, she will see it as an insult. And trust me, you do not wish to upset her. Why were you chosen? Because you have earned it, my pupil. In last month's ritual, you played your role perfectly, and from what I have heard, you have been dying to prove yourself. Many of the witches of Umbramourne are content to live a peaceful, quiet life. But you have ambition. If you do well in this task, doors to even greater magic might open to you. Emphasis on might. This is your opportunity. Do not squander it. I apologize for my harsh words. You do not deserve to be on the receiving end of my ire. As you have likely heard, these past months have been difficult. We have been unable to harvest resources for spell components due to the increasing hostility from the werewolves, to the point where we may need to start rationing herbs and crystals. How has it come to this? Oh, you are very sweet. Some tea would be wonderful. Thank you. I know that I have become irritable as of late, and for that I do apologize. But it is no secret that times are difficult here in Umbramourne, and I am doing my best to keep the peace. There is unrest on the other side of the mountains, both to the north and the east, And the south is... well, it's the south. And the werewolves seem insistent on making our lives difficult. It's time we finally cut the rot from the tree. Yes, I have tried sending some witches to Strelakia and the Underdark to acquire ingredients. But the journey there is long and dangerous, and we have lost contact with several of them before they reach their destination. Our dwindling numbers do not bode well. Oh, my dear pupil, no. We are not in danger. Umbramourne is cut off from the ugliness of the rest of Noctilia, and in our isolation, we are safe. Outsiders cannot breach the forest unless we invite them, and our protective magic remains as strong as ever. Our coven has governed this city, these lands, for decades, and nothing is going to change that. But there is nothing wrong with asking for assistance when we need it, which is what I'm doing now. Our guest arriving from Starzova was invited by me personally to assist with diplomatic endeavours between the Coven and the werewolf clans. This conflict between us has gone on long enough. They've been more unruly than usual, and I invited our guest because she is said to be one of the wisest diplomats in the land. Will any of the werewolves be hurt? Hopefully they will see reason, and it will not come to violence. But she is acting as a third party. If they antagonize her, she will likely lash back. But they should know better than to pick a fight with a vampire. Yes, she is a vampire, but do not be mistaken. She is not one of the mindless undead that comes stumbling out of Strelakia from time to time. She is a member of the vampire court. She is a countess. If anyone knows how to handle diplomacy between violent parties, it is her. I see that look of concern, and do not be mistaken, I do not like outsiders either, but I do not want to risk any more of my witches getting hurt. A vampire will easily be able to dispose of a few werewolves until the message is made clear. As High Enchantress, I need to make difficult decisions for the betterment of the Coven. Know that inviting the Countess here was not an easy decision to make, but we cannot lose any more witches to the savagery of those wolves. Besides, the blood will not be on my hands. It will be hers.
High Enchantress.
Yes?
The Countess has arrived.
Lovely. Please welcome her in, and bring her required refreshments.
Of course.
Remember, you are representing the Coven, so be sure to make her happy during her time here with us.
High Enchantress Asteril, thank you for inviting me to Umbramourne.
I am glad you are here, Countess Swan. I hope the journey was not too difficult.
While it was frustrating I could not take my carriage here, due to the lack of roads through the woods, it was a refreshing change of pace to travel in my other form. But, do tell me, who is this charming soul joining us this evening?
This is one of my prized pupils, and an esteemed member of my coven. They will be escorting you during your time in Umbramourne. Go on, introduce yourself.
Well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance, little witch. I am the Countess Stefania Swan, proud member of the Vampire Court, and the Dark Lady of Starzova. Oh, I must apologize. I would have arrived earlier, but I was getting a little snack along the way.
Refreshments will be provided for you during your time with us, Countess. so that you do not have to hunt while you are in Umbramourne. Or rather, I would prefer that you do not hunt while in my domain. Is that understood? Of course. I wasn't aware such courtesies had been made. You really know how to make a vampire feel welcome. Speaking of which, is that decanter of blood for me? Of course. Help yourself. I shall. A deliciously robust forest boar. I typically prefer my blood taken from beasts on 2 legs, not 4. But this is still a refreshing treat. Hunting is difficult as of late, Countess, but we will do our best to accommodate your needs. And I will be on my best behavior while assisting you in these delicate matters. Thank you. And the proposed compensation is agreeable to you, Countess? You did not confirm your stance in our previous correspondence. Now, that was one matter I did wish to discuss, and I thought it best to have this conversation in person. While your offer was generous, I am a lady already of considerable wealth, and I do not have need of silver or gold. And what is it exactly that you would ask for in exchange for your assistance? You are engaging in business with a lady of the vampire court, so I ask that you respect my customs, just as I will respect yours. In exchange for my assistance, you will grant me a boon that only you, or a powerful member of your coven, can perform for me. Or, if this isn't agreeable, then I will return to Starzova. On the condition that this granted boon will not harm me or any others in my coven, then I agree to your terms, Countess Swan. Wonderful. And one last detail I wish to go over again, with this sweet little witch acting as a witness, of course. Continue. You want this resolved in your favor, correct? And if any of those sweet puppies try to attack me or my dear companion here, I have your permission to put them down? Indeed. Ideally, I would want this matter resolved without bloodshed, and I've tried numerous times to reason with their unruly spirits, but they seem defiant to accept this city, my city, as a part of Velsvania, just as much as Orlok Forest is. Countess, I just want my people, my witches, my coven, to have a home they feel safe in. Very well. Thank you for the refreshment, High Enchantress. It was invigorating. I will be off to Orlok Forest then. Come along, little witch. No time like the present. I look forward to hearing the results of your endeavors, Countess. I will be back tomorrow night, High Enchantress, with good news and to claim my reward. Until then, good evening. I'm lucky to be bequeathed such a delightful escort while I'm in Umbramourne. I look forward to getting to know you better, little witch. After all, we'll be spending every night together while I'm here. But let us be off. Show me the way to the forest, and let's see if I can teach these old dogs some new tricks.
I can smell their canine musk on the air. We must be nearing their territory. This is where the werewolves have been attacking witches from your coven, correct? Such cruel beasts. At least we vampires have a sense of grace when we slay our foes. The final moments of our prey are a thing of beauty, not a savage slaughter. Though I can only speak on behalf of the vampires from the court. If one of the shambling undead that lurks in these lands were to find you, the encounter would be a far cry from my charming company. I can feel you watching me, little witch. If you have a question, ask it. Is it true we have a king? Yes. Yes, we do. And I know him well. He's a powerful, cunning leader, a wonderful mind to match wits against, but also a ruthless killer. Many vampires respect and admire him, and many more fear him. I cannot speak more than that, as that information is not to be shared with outsiders from the court. There seems to be a break in the tree line ahead. This clearing seems to be in a circle. Is this some kind of sacred grounds? Yes, I see. It must hold importance to the werewolves. I can sense the magic weaving through the wind. Smell the blood soaked into the soil. Be on your guard. Something approaches. Bad dog. You dare attack a vampiric countess. Your life is forfeit. Oh, what? Did you expect this to be a long fight, little witch? I'm a powerful vampire, after all. This mutt didn't stand a chance. Do you feel that? What is this power that approaches? Do not move, blood drinker. We will speak. This power who approaches us. The werewolf leader. Have you met them before? No? Then best be on your guard and stay close. Let me do the talking. I am Chieftess Lynari the Radiant, daughter of the Blind Wolf, leader of the werewolves of Noctilia. These are my emissaries, Alfir and Undir. Stay your hand, blood drinker. I speak for the wolves of this land. Our land. I am the Countess Stefania Swan of the Vampire Court, and the Dark Lady of Starzova. I will listen to your words, Moon Shifter, and may this witch be our witness. Very well. You slay my kin in self-defense, and while the death of any wolf saddens me, this violence was just. To protect yourself and your companion. I know well the tension between my kin and the witches of the High Enchantress's Blue Rose Coven. But I will handle the unruly wolves that have been causing such strife. You're doing a poor job of it, Chieftess. Otherwise, I would not be here. You misunderstand, Countess. This aggression is unlike any I've seen before. It has been difficult to restrain my kin from violence. The darkness of the woods of Velsvania have been stricken with madness, unbalancing the forest's harmony and causing great distress to the werewolves. Myself included. Why not explain this to the witches? They may have been able to assist if magic is the cause. We do not care for those who have forgotten themselves. The acts of violence against the witches were primarily caused by the Silverfangs clan, who are repulsed by anyone who isn't a werewolf or aligned with the Fae. The one you slew just now is one of them, lashing out in impulsive violence. I am endeavoring to settle their tempers, but they've proven to be difficult. Why do they have such a distaste for others? Surely further bloodshed is against the balance of the forest, or whatever creed you moonshifters ascribe to in these lands. And what of the witches' crimes? Like you, weak little morsel that you are. You who take more than your share of the forest's bounty, claiming trees to carve their branches into staff and wands, destroying rocks to erect new towers, slaying our prey to use their bones and blood and meat to gorge yourselves and divine the future. You witches disgrace these lands with your use of the arcane and your desire for the city's superficial comforts. You used to be a cousin in craft, witch, with the same adoration and devotion to the old ways. Now, under the watch of that selfish drow, your High Enchantress, you continue to stray from the true path of the witches. You adorn yourselves in reverent garments, decorate your attire with the motifs of this land, but you continue to slither out of harmony with nature. You no longer move with purpose in flow with the chaos of this world. Now erecting disgusting cities to hide in, and trying to bring order to a land that rejects it at every turn. Calm yourself, little witch. Do not let her words inflame your judgment. And you, blood drinker, take heed of my words. Leave Velsvania. Do not meddle in affairs you cannot begin to comprehend. Despite your civility and grace, your very presence here sickens the air around you. And I would advise that you watch your tongue, mutt. Remain here, and calamity will find you. And you will never know a night of peace again. I do not take orders from wild beasts like you. I am here to stop the fighting between the werewolves and the witches. So know this. If any of your kin so much as bark at another of the High Enchantress's coven again, the forests of Velsvania will drown in the blood of wolves. No! Alfred! Undir, no! Take that as a final warning. I am not to be underestimated, Moonshifter. You think you're the most frightening thing in these lands, don't you? But you know nothing of Velsvania, Countess. The magic here flows from every star, every tree, every shadow, every breath of those who are born here, and especially those who die here. But all you blood drinkers think of is power, how to gain it, and how to exploit it. If you try to satiate that hunger here, it will only lead to your ruination.
I will keep that in mind. Now, do you have any further cryptic messages for me? Or are we done here? No? Good dog. Now you'd best take care of your friends' corpses before they start to attract flies. Come along, little witch. We'd best return to Umbramourne. I could hear your pretty little heart racing through that entire encounter. You were terrified, weren't you? Maybe. No, don't give me any half-truths. Tell me, were you scared? Yes. But despite your fear, you did not flee or cower. You held your own against one of the most powerful entities I've ever met. Your bravery is admirable, little witch, and very attractive. Oh, don't you start getting all flustered on me now. I might just start enjoying getting under your skin and setting your heart ablaze. It's adorable, really. But I won't tease you too much, I promise. Was I afraid? No. While I could smell the powerful fey magic flowing from Lynari, and indeed she is much older and stronger than I was expecting, I am confident in my own abilities. And if the encounter turned to violence, then I would have been able to defend myself. I'm not sure if you would have survived, but I'm glad we didn't have to fight her. Not tonight, at least. Now come, let us get back to the city. I can feel the first prickling of dawn on the approach. I must rest, and tomorrow night we will meet with the High Enchantress, and we will tell her of our success. You did well, little witch, and I look forward to receiving my reward. Ah, there you are, little witch. Come to escort me to the High Enchantress, I presume? Wonderful. Let us be off. Ah, did you rest well? I slept like the dead after we came back from the woods. Good. Now, I've been thinking, and it's not fair that I'm the only one who'll be rewarded for taking care of our little wolf problem. Did the High Enchantress promise a reward to you as well? She did. What was it? She was considering teaching you more powerful magic? That sounds more like a perhaps and not an absolute promise. This will not do. Oh, don't you fret, my dear. Leave it to me, and I will see that you receive a fair reward. Welcome back, Countess Swan, and my dear pupil. Please,
Make yourselves comfortable. Countess, some refreshment for you is in the usual decanter. Why, thank you, High Enchantress. Ah, a black bear. A prime specimen as well. I do hope you didn't trouble yourself hunting this beast down for me. It was a little difficult, but we endeavored to show only the greatest hospitality to our guests. Once you are settled in, please tell me, in detail, what happened with the werewolves. Very well, I will waste no time. Shortly after we ventured into Orlok Forest, we were attacked by a werewolf. The beast was easily slain, but their great and powerful leader soon made herself known. Chieftess Lynari the Radiant informed us that it's primarily the Silverfangs clan that carries the most disgust for not just your witches, but any mortals who trespass onto their lands. Lynari said she is endeavoring to resolve matters with them, but most of their unrest is due to the fact that you, High Enchantress, and your witches have increased harvesting resources from the forest. I see. My advice in this matter would be reaching out to settlements like Starzova to request building resources, rather than taking more than your share from the werewolf's territory. Well, that would be awfully convenient for you, wouldn't it, Countess? You might rule from the shadows, but I'm certain an increase in trade will make you an exceedingly wealthy woman. Darling, I already am a wealthy woman. It's true that opening up trade with Umbramourne will make me richer, but that's not what I want from you, or your city, nor should that be your concern. Enlighten me, then. What should be my concern? The safety of your coven, obviously. This is not about one vampire getting richer, but about how much you care for your witches. My pupil, perhaps you should step outside. You will stay right where you are, little witch. Or are you embarrassed that I'm right, High Enchantress? Certainly not. I will consider your advice, Countess, but I will reassure you, both of you, that all my efforts are with my coven's best interests at heart. I'm certain they are. Thank you again for this blood. It's truly delicious. You're welcome. But now I have to ask, is this result acceptable? Or were you hoping for complete decimation of the werewolf population, which is ambitious but a far more costly endeavor? I appreciate your efforts, Countess, and yes, this outcome is acceptable for now. I will instruct my witches and laborers to refrain from encroaching on the werewolf territory, for now at least, until we find an alternative way to source our wood and stone, as well as other necessary components. Glad to hear it. Now the question arises, have you thought about what boon you wish to ask of me? I have. It's also a reward for my dear little witch standing beside me, so it'll benefit us both. Go on. I know of a spell that can only be conducted on ley lines of great power, such as the one that we both know is located near Umbramourne. It is a ritual known as Speak with Celestial Prophets, which will summon a glass spectre and compel it to answer a single question. You will teach this ritual to my companion here, my dear little witch, who risked their life to protect me while we sort out the werewolves. They will conduct the ritual, and I will ask the question. With respect, Countess, are you out of your mind? You wish to summon a servant of the god of death?
You have no idea what kind of power you are reaching out to, especially one who carries such disdain for undead creatures like yourself. Creature! High Enchantress. I am the Countess Stefania Swan, and I will take what I am owed. You granted me a boon, and as stipulated, so long as it brings no harm to you or your coven, you will do it. If the ritual is completed correctly, then no harm will come to those concentrating on the spell. This is what I want. You should have specified how powerful this boon will be, but it's too late now. Be that as it may, I still do not think it wise for a young witch to have a hand in such a powerful ritual. And disturbing the glass spectres may lead to disastrous bad luck. If I may grant a little more advice, High Enchantress, I would think twice before going back on your word. I do not just represent myself, but the power and might of the vampire court. If you deny me my reward, it is an insult against the entire court. And we will take what is owed to us, be it in magic or in blood. Is that understood? Are you trying to intimidate me, Countess? No, I'm educating you. In exchange for you showing the greatest hospitality to your guests. You do not want me as your enemy, Asteril. So save your magical superstitions and give me what I have earned. Very well. My pupil, it seems that you will indeed be educated in the ways of greater magics. This ritual is difficult and require the focus of at least 2 spellcasters to stabilize it. So I will be present at the ritual as well, and you will heed my instruction. Is that understood? Should others from the coven assist us? No. It is already an ill idea to perform this ritual. The fewer who know about this, the better. I'm glad you saw reason, High Enchantress. Now, where will this ritual take place? There is a sacred cliff that you may have seen from afar. The blue roses that grow there are in such tangled abundance that they look like a waterfall flowing from the cliff's edge, their petals reflecting the silvery light of the moons. I am familiar with it, yes. You can see it clearly from the city square. It is indeed quite spectacular. That is where the interlacing of ley lines is at its strongest, and where the ritual will take place. When? One moment, please. Looking at the star charts for the next few months, we should have the correct alignment. Tomorrow night. Gods preserve us all. Wonderful! I assume you and my little witch can gather all the needed components in time. Our resources are already stretched thin, but I will honor my word. We will make this work. My pupil, after you have escorted the Countess back to her inn, you are to return here so that I may prepare you for tomorrow night's ritual. You will need all your strength and wisdom to be able to assist. No need. I can easily find my way back. And besides, it's still early in the evening. I might take the scenic route, partake in the local music and merriment, send some correspondence, little things that you need not concern yourselves with. Very well. Is there anything else we can do for you at this time? Not at the moment, thank you. I'm just glad we were able to resolve this. And I look forward to seeing the magic my dear little witch is capable of. And of course, you as well, High Enchantress. Of course. My pupil, please show the Countess the door. Then prepare yourself for a long and arduous evening of study. Until tomorrow night, then. Good evening. Good evening. Bet you weren't expecting that, were you, little witch?
You're welcome, by the way. Now, you be a good witch and study hard, and I will see you tomorrow. It's certainly going to be a night we'll never forget. Careful. I know that full-length the mirror is heavy, but please watch your steps. It's essential to the ritual. Here, I'll help you readjust it on your back. Hopefully we're almost there. Yes. It should only be a few more paces away. Do you have a stronger grip on the mirror? Good. It's not much further anyway. Let's keep going. As we draw closer, I'll remind you both that this is a sacred site, and you will treat it with the utmost respect. Is that understood? Of course. Good. Have you been here before, little witch? Oh? During the lunar solstice. That makes sense. From what I've heard, it's an important time for the witches, as it renews the magical strength of the coven. Any other time? No? So you just leave it alone? Most of the time. I will visit when I can to make sure the blue roses continue to grow in abundance, and there's no signs of rot or decay from corrupting sources. What, is there something on my face? We are here. It's spectacular. The way they grow in such lush, vast bushes, it's almost like a lake of flowers. And you're right, they reach over the edge of the cliff like a waterfall. How old is this grove? We don't know. It was here before the city of Umbramourne was built. It was here before any of us came here. And I'm certain it'll be here long after we're gone. Come, my pupil. Assist me with setting up the ritual circle in the clearing in the middle of the roses. Countess Swan, there's a fallen log over there. Please sit and enjoy the night air while we get things ready. Gladly. Yes, lean the mirror up against the rock formation in the middle. Good. Put some rocks around the base to make sure it's secure enough. The black candles go in the cardinal directions, with the grave dirt forming a circle around the mirror. The crystals should be placed atop the dirt, quartz in the middle with chips of black tourmaline on either side, just as the diagrams depicted. Good. Very good. Even though this was an unexpected turn of events, you did the work to earn this privilege. You've studied hard, and your magic is formidable. I have every confidence in you, my pupil. You can do this. But, if things go awry, I want you to listen to me implicitly. This is dangerous magic we're working with, and there's no telling how the glass spectre will react once we've drawn her to us. If I tell you to run, you run. Do you understand? Good. If you're quite done, Enchantress, I too wish to have a moment with the little witch before we begin. Of course. Make it quick. This setup all looks very impressive, and I look forward to seeing you in action, my dear. I wanted to say thank you for being such a wonderful guide during my time here in Umbramourne, and making me feel so welcome here. I wanted to offer you a gift, that I know a curious little thing like yourself will appreciate. Oh, I love that adorable smile of excitement. It's just a small gesture to show my appreciation. I offer you an evening with me under the stars. Tomorrow night, I will give you a private audience where you may ask me any question you like about the Vampire Society. What do you think? You're most welcome, little witch. Here. A kiss on the forehead for luck. Let's see that magic of yours unleashed, shall we? We're done, Enchantress. Are you ready to begin? I am. My pupil, come here and stand beside me. Countess, stand before the mirror. Very well. Speak the incantation with me, my pupil. We raise our hands and give thanks to the sky and all its infinite splendor. We point our hands to the ground and give thanks to the earth and all its rich bounty. We press our hands to our belly and all its surging waters and give thanks to its flux and flow. We touch our hands to our hearts and all its roaring heat and give thanks to its burning warmth and power. As the three of us join hands, hear us, Vaharis, god of death, patron of grave diggers, mourners, and lost souls. We summon your servant to this vessel, so that truths may be told and fate revealed. Focus, my pupil. Let the magic flow through you and do not resist it. Do not give in to fear and doubt. I can see her appearing in the mirror. Just a little longer. Hold your ground, my pupil. We almost have her. I am Blythe, glass spectre, and veiled maiden of Vaharis. What is this? Why have you brought me here? Oh. I should have known that this cruelty was seeded by a corpse. You have been brought here, servant of death, to answer my question. The magic that binds you to this mirror will force the truth from you, and you will give me what I want. Your very presence disgusts me, vampire. I may have answered the questions set to me by a witch, or a werewolf, or even one of Faeborn. But you are an abomination in the eyes of Vaharis, and I will not sully my master's power by giving you what you desire. Oh, really? Enchantress, she cannot leave the mirror until my question is answered. Is that right? Yes, that's correct. If the glass were to crack, what would happen? I strongly advise against it, Countess. Will it free her? No? Will it hurt her? That's all I need to know. See these claws of mine, Blythe? Capable of slicing through flesh like a hot knife through butter. And all I need to hurt one of the god's own blessed servants is a single fingertip. So I was right. Cracking the glass brings you pain. Interesting that ethereal beings such as you can still feel anything at all. Countess, stop this at once. This has gone too far. No, she will give me the respect I deserve. She will answer my question. I do not bow to corpses. Answer me. You will bow or you will break. What does my future hold? What will come if I follow orders or my ambition? What will happen if I do as I am told? You want to know the truth. You want to hear what will pass. Very well. Shit. No. I should have specified. In stone walls of fragrant shadows, you sit proudly, desired by hearts of iron and porcelain and stolen breath. But the Countess will be defeated by an untamable, dangerous heart, and you will thank them for it. Farewell, Asteril, apprentice, abomination. I have spoken, so it shall come to pass. Gods damn it all! Countess. Don't touch me! I came all this way. Did all this just to get that? No. No, I can't. Stop, my pupil. Don't chase after her into the darkness. She got what she asked for, even if it's not what she wanted. I don't know if she'll be alright, but I know this isn't the last we've seen of her. If she seeks you out at a later date, please tell me, okay? Thank you. But aside from that, you did well, my pupil. Very well. I know I have been difficult as of late, but I'm very proud of you for what you've accomplished tonight. Let's clean up the ritual site. There's a lot of glass to pick up after all. Then let's head back to Umbramourne and my servants will prepare supper for us. You've earned a night of rest and reprieve. Given the wrath that was invoked tonight, I fear there will be few peaceful nights ahead of us. It's just me. I didn't mean to startle you, my dear. Sorry I've been away. After how last night went, I needed time to think and express my frustration in a way that wouldn't cause any harm to you or Asteril. If you come across a dead owlbear in the woods drained of blood, sorry about that. I needed something beastly to sink my teeth into to soothe my temper. But I can't stay away from you for long, little witch, and you deserve an apology. May I sit beside you? Thank you. I'm sorry that I rushed off last night. It was rude of me, and I was ungrateful of your efforts in the ritual. I can't begin to imagine how exhausting it was to invoke a creature like that. And while I believe my anger is justified, my disrespect towards you is not. Apology accepted? You're so sweet. Thank you, little witch. Tonight is so peaceful. I wish to linger here, in this beautiful grove of blue roses, with you. This place is so wonderfully quiet, so intimate. It quiets the mind and soothes the soul to breathe in its sweet scent. I imagine we'll get into all sorts of trouble if we get caught here, so let's keep this our little secret, shall we? Perfect. While the ritual didn't go how I expected, you still played your part, and so you deserve the reward I promised you. Tell me, what do you wish to know about the vampire society? Ah, you wish to know what the pale hinterlands and our famous parties are like. Well, I'd be more than happy to indulge you. Where to begin? The pale hinterlands are beautiful, but I only go there for our annual gathering, so I cannot attest what it's like at different times of the year. But the skies are streaked with dazzling waves of color, as though the breath of the Fae is crystallized in the chilling air. Auroras, I believe they're called. As you probably already know, vampires do not feel the cold, so we do not need to worry about the freezing temperatures, and the nights are long and dark. While there are some vampires here in Noctilir, most of them reside far to the north, where we can thrive in the dark and the cold. I've only been there a few times, but I'll tell you, hunting down polar bears in the freezing cold while the sky's iridescence sings overhead, it's almost like feeling alive again. As for our great party, some nobles will hold smaller balls, but our big event is the Grand Masquerade. It's held once a year, and it's a gathering of all vampire nobility, including the Vampire King. It's a spectacular event of lavish beauty and decadent feasting, but it's mostly for catching up with other nobles we haven't seen. Vampires tend to be solitary creatures, so it became a tradition to meet up once a year to make sure our bonds as a society hold strong. I enjoy going, and perhaps in a few years I'll be able to host one. But until then, I remain the ruler of Starzova. Do I want to move to the Pale Hinterlands? I've certainly considered it. You may not be aware of what goes on outside of Umbramourne, but the blood of these lands have soured with fear and sickness. We need to feed more and more in order to slake our thirsts, leading to further persecution. But not you, my little witch. No. You smell utterly delicious. What does your blood smell like? If you come a little closer, I will tell you. May I rest my hand upon your neck to steady myself? Thank you. You smell like forest berries, rich and dark and sweet, smoky like burnt sage, and a spark. It must be the magic flowing through you. I already enjoy your wonderful company, but allowing me to breathe in your delicious aroma, you're spoiling me. Since we're so close already, will you let me take your lovely face in my hands? I want to ask you something important. I want you to be perfectly honest with me, my little witch. Are you happy here, being under the High Enchantress's power? Or do you hunger for something more? Why am I asking you this? Because I've been watching you, little witch, closely. And while you've been smiling and obeying every command she's given, I've noticed what she has not. Your heart. When she agreed to teach you that powerful ritual, your heart soared, and I could almost feel the joy radiating from you as brightly as the sun. But it's not enough, is it? You have ambition, a hunger for knowledge. My dear, that much is true, but I think you know, deep in your heart, that she will never help you reach the heights you aspire to. Because if you do, you're no longer a pupil, you're a rival, and Asteril will never allow that to happen. She's struggling to keep control of Umbramourne as it is, and even if things do settle down, now that the witches and werewolves have reached an understanding, she'll just keep putting it off. For months, or perhaps years, until you finally stop asking her to teach you, and you take your destiny into your own hands. Little witch, she will not give you what you want. But I could. I see your true potential, and if you join me, I promise that you will become stronger than ever before. You will blossom beautifully, my little witch, if you embrace this gift that I am presenting to you. I'm not asking you to make up your mind right away. Just think about it. But until then, would you like a taste of that power? Here, come close as I lie back among these beautiful blue roses. Let them be a witness to this sublime moment. Your face is crimson and so wonderfully warm in my hands. Come, little witch, come and kiss me. Taste. the power that darkness offers. Do you feel it? The soft sweetness of what could be yours? How I love the thrill of the tease. We could leave it at that. You can go back to your cozy bed and think on all I have said. Or do you want to taste more? That's it. Let your hands explore. Feel the decadent silk of my gown, the chilling skin of my shoulders, the ruby sweetness of my lips. Your lips feel wonderful against my neck, and I can feel the blood rushing in your veins. The passion and desire coursing through you, my dear little witch. It's almost enough to drive me to madness. Since you got a taste of me and my power, it's only fair that I get a taste of yours in return. Shh. Oh, it's okay, little witch. Don't be afraid. It'll just be a little bite, enough to satisfy my appetites for the evening. Besides, you were instructed to make me happy during my time here in your beautiful city. Tasting that delicious blood of yours, infused with raw, potent magic, will make me very, very happy. Just relax, little witch. Your pulse is racing against your neck, your heart singing for me, for my lips, for my fangs. The way you shudder as my fingers comb through your hair. How long has it been since someone has touched you this softly? Too long? Oh, you poor thing. But now you're here with me, in this beautiful grove of blue roses. So let me taste of your blood, and lose yourself in my embrace. Just relax and relish in the pleasure of this gift. Oh, my dear, you taste like the bittersweet magic of the woods. I can almost see all the wonders that you're capable of. In need of a loving, guiding hand. It's intoxicating. Let me taste it again. Oh, I got a little carried away. Some of the blood has fallen onto the roses. No, it's all right. The wound is already starting to close. See? How do you feel, little witch? I've heard it's quite the euphoric experience, being bitten by me. Incredible. You're too sweet. Now kiss me again. Let us lie here among the roses, entangled in each other's arms, until the sun begins to rise. Come here. Good evening, my little witch. I'm starting to become accustomed to you greeting me the first thing in the evening. Is that tea I smell? It's an exquisite scent, almost spicy in a way, but with oranges for the sweetness. Oh, no, I can't drink it, but I can enjoy the fragrance and take pleasure in your enjoyment of it. Oh, excuse me, I'll get that.
A letter for Countess Stefania Swan from an important acquaintance.
Thank you. Return to your prior duties.
Very well. Good evening, my lady.
Did you have anywhere to be tonight? Or can you stay for supper? Lovely. But I see that crease in your brow, my dear. What troubles you? Oh, you're worried about being seen together, and what the High Enchantress will think? Don't you worry about her, my little witch. Asteril was the one who instructed you to escort me while I'm visiting Umbramourne, after all. You just happened to be escorting me during some wonderfully romantic moonlit evenings, joining me for dinner, and recently, my bedchamber. Your face is crimson, and I do love kissing these rosy cheeks of yours. But don't you fret, my dear. We will cross that bridge when we come to it. I suppose I should see what this letter says. Oh, don't worry who it's from. It's not your... Is he serious? God's damn it all. Nothing's... No. Something is wrong. I didn't realize this moment would come so soon. Give me a minute. Don't speak. All right. There are no servants lurking nearby and listening in. The only heart I can hear is yours. Tell you what's wrong. You do not know what you ask. If I tell you... My little witch, do you care for me? Do you find pleasure in my company? Not just in my kiss, but does it fill you with joy to be by my side? Yes? Good. Now I ask you something much more serious. Do you trust me? Because if you want to know the truth, the full truth, you must make a promise to me, under the pain of death, that what is said in this room will not be shared with any other. Yes? Will you bind this promise with magic? Your secrecy must be absolute. I know I'm asking a lot of you, but this is important, my little witch. I'm sorry to thrust this upon you so unexpectedly, but this letter... You will? Oh, thank the gods. Give me your hand. Invoke your magic. Promise me that you will not share my secrets with anyone outside this room. If this bond is broken, may the laws of magic invert and unmake you. Thank you, my little witch. I needed absolute certainty that you will not share this with anyone else, especially the High Enchantress. Why? The letter was from my former lover, the Vampire King. His scouts are in position in the mountains along the northern border, between Velsvania and the Pale Hinterlands. The letter contained my new orders from him. I'm to hold my position in Umbramourne until the next new moon, and then to complete my mission. The mission is to kill the High Enchantress and conquer Umbramourne in the name of the Vampire King. I can't tell if that look in your eye is anger, disappointment, disgust, or a combination of all three. Oh, sit down. I didn't want to use my powers on you, but before you leave, please allow me to explain myself. Thank you. Yes, I came to Umbramourne with the intention to conquer Velsvania, under the orders of the Vampire King. This land is one of the few in Noctalir that isn't influenced by vampire politics, and it was inevitable that an invasion would be attempted. But this doesn't sit right with me. I went through all this negotiating with Asteril to get the ritual I wanted because I wanted to ask that incredibly rude glass spectre what would happen if I followed the orders I was given. Or what would happen if I acted independently and defied his commands. Why? Because I know the Vampire King intimately, and I know his hunger for power will not be easily satisfied. If he takes Velsvania, he will then try to take Strelakia, then Yiltrestein to the south, until all of Noctalir is under his complete control. This will completely usurp the tenuous balance of vampire society, and his power not just over mortals, but other vampires, will be absolute. I cannot allow this. For a little context, every 100 years or so, a powerful vampire will propose the idea of conquering the surrounding lands, forcing mortals into the farm-like system that works so well in the Pale Hinterlands, and enacting an absolute subjugation of all who are not already undead. But they don't stop to think that this will result in more powerful eyes falling on us, that mortals, particularly champions of the gods, will push back against us and force us even further into hiding. We already push the boundaries of order now. Vaharis, the god of death, does see us as abominations, and while the gods do not intervene directly with the matters of mortals, should the Vampire King take Velsvania, it will be the beginning of the end of us. Vaharis is disgusted by us, and I do not doubt for a second that if the undead were to start an uprising, a tidal wave of adventurers and monster hunters alike will come storming into these beautiful lands and kill every last vampire they see. Not all vampires are cruel monsters driven by hunger for blood and conquest. Some of us just want to enjoy our eternity in comfort, being adored by our lovers, with a handful of servants to take care of all the mess for us. Is that too much to ask? But it was my mistake getting close to the king and becoming entangled in all this. And now I need to claw my way out of this mess. What am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you, my little witch. The Vampire King isn't going to take over Velsvania. I am. If I follow his orders and allow his troops into these lands, every last witch and werewolf will be slaughtered. Your heads will be put on pikes, and the city of candles and cats will run red with blood. Mortals will be enslaved and used for nothing but food. But if you help me, this will not come to pass. If I do not make this land mine, the Vampire King will take it from us both. I have already taken steps to prevent this, but I need you by my side. I know this is a lot I'm asking of you, but this letter changes everything. I will do everything in my power to protect you, but please understand I cannot guarantee the safety of others in your coven. All I know is that if the Vampire King sinks his teeth into Velsvania, you will die. But if you bond yourself to me and stand by my side through this, you will help me stop him. So, my little witch, what do you say? Join me and reach heights of power you never knew before? Or leave this room and risk being subjugated by bloodthirsty monsters who see you as nothing more than food? You will join me? I knew you would. Extend your wrist to me. I will drink your blood, and you will drink mine. Then we will be able to sense one another, and I will be able to protect you from the approaching calamity. No, don't you worry. This will not make you a vampire. I would need to drain your blood completely for that to happen. This will only strengthen our bond beyond what it already is. So be a good little witch, and stay nice and still for me. Oh, I will not tire of your taste. And here. Drink quickly. We need every drop of strength for the nights ahead. That's enough. Hush. You may feel a little strange for a while. Colors will seem richer, lights brighter, sounds intensifying and terrifying. But this will fade in the next few hours. Steady yourself and let my blood sink in. Thank you for making this bond with me, my dear. for becoming mine completely. Few have had the honor of such a title. And from the way you bite your lip, you rather like the sound of that, don't you? And not only you, but this land will be mine as well, one way or another. Pick up the pace, my little witch. We need to move quickly before someone sees us. While the moon isn't in the correct alignment to attempt the ritual again, there might be some trace of Blythe left behind in the sacred grove. I know this is dangerous, and I apologize for the urgency, but with the arrival of the Vampire King's letter, I don't have as much time as I expected. We need to make the most of every moment and exhaust all our options. There may be some mirror shards among the roses, and if we're lucky, perhaps some of Blythe's ethereal magic still clings to them. Should we have asked for the High Enchantress to come? Certainly not. I think she's already suspicious that I haven't left Umbramourne yet, despite my business being done. The last thing I want to do is raise suspicion. Besides, I have you by my side, my little witch. With your magic infused by the power of my blood, there's nothing we can't do. We're on our own, for now. No, we're here. Quickly, search the area. There must be something. Anything? Damn. You cleaned up the post-ritual mess a little too well. But that's all right. Let's keep looking and see if there's anything else of use. I'm terribly tempted to pluck a few of these roses and see what magic they hold. But until I've seized control of these lands completely, I cannot risk it. What's that? Werewolves, get behind me! Blood drinker, you come to our sacred lands once more. Chieftess Lynari the Radiant, it is good to see you again. How have these nights fared you? Do not attempt pleasantries with me, Countess. You have gone too far. How so? Where shall I begin? I can smell your blood souring the veins of this witch. Tell me, mage, does your beloved High Enchantress know of your duplicity? Stay silent, little witch. Already your mistress speaks on your behalf. Do not judge what you do not understand, moon shifter. Oh, I understand things quite clearly. Know this, mage. You will bring death upon your homeland, unless you turn against her now. Be silent, dog. Come, little witch. Return to your home and your cowardly, covetous leader. Leave the Countess to us. No, not even after all the damage she's done. You do not know. You witches are truly blind. The pain we've sensed in the air and earth was the land trembling in fear of her arrival, fear of the plague that follows in the footsteps of a vampire on virgin soil, usurping the natural order. She has been the source of the chaos that's been infecting Velsvania. Her mere presence is an infection upon our kingdom. Now that same sickness flows through you, witch. We cannot allow this to continue spreading. And what if I am everything you say? What if I've not come to heal, but to conquer? What will you do? Your lands were already weakening from your ceaseless bickering, harmony disrupted by violence and greed. You have no one but yourselves to blame. I am here to give this withering kingdom the Countess it deserves. So leave us in peace, or you will die here. I will not repeat myself. You may strike me down, but I am a daughter of the blind wolf. I am of ancient blood, and my spirit will never die. I'm counting on it. Blood drinker, the soil will choke on you. It cannot withstand how delicious I taste. That's it, little witch. Target their leader with your magic. Traitorous Ka! Look out! Get away from them! Hold her down. Everything you love will turn to ash, blood drinker. All that I am will become one with the sacred blue roses, poisoning all mortals who breathe in its beauty. And one day, my kin will avenge me. Bad dog. Stand down, you beasts. Behold the severed head of your beloved leader, laid low by my hand. Be silent. Your leader is dead. Her influence over you mutts is now mine to control. So bow, beasts. Bow at my feet and become my eyes and my sword across these lands. Bow before me, and you will be sheltered in my shadow. Heed my commands and carry no violence towards me, and you will be under my protection, just like this sweet little witch. Follow in their example, and follow me into the future of this beautiful kingdom of darkness. Good puppies. Her body, it's decaying. I mean, it should be decaying, but it's rotting faster than it should. What magic is this? It's sinking into the roses, leaving only her pelt and her head behind. What is happening? Little witch, do you smell that? The roses, their fragrance is shifting. It's thicker, toxifying the air. Good. Let them be tainted by the death of this wolf matriarch. If I am the corruption of these lands, then so be it. With you at my side, little witch, I will rule over this kingdom. And no other undead will dare to cross me again. Tonight, didn't go as planned, but no matter. We were victorious, but we must move with haste. The dawn will be upon us in less than an hour, and... Little witch, stay close. I believe we have a guest. It is beneath you to skulk in the dark. Come out and face me like a man.
You think yourself in a position to speak to me like that? Like some common ghoul?
Of course not, Your Highness. But think wisely on how you speak to me. We're in my territory, after all. Little witch, this is the Vampire King of the Pale Hinterlands. His title alone should be enough to imply that you should both be respectful and wary around him.
We have a mortal witness. I will handle this pest personally.
You will do no such thing. My little witch serves me dutifully, and they are bound by my blood. You can smell it on them, can you not?
So it would seem. Stay alert, mortal, and know your place. The Countess and I must speak, and if you interject, you will be struck down like the vermin you are. Good. Now then. You did not respond to my decree. Why? You were ordered to return to Starzova days ago.
Was I?
Do not take that tone with me, Countess. For months I have been spreading my necromantic influence over the mountains and into the woods of Velsvania. The werewolves should have been driven to madness by now and slain the witches before turning on each other. With your guidance, of course. The city should be weak enough for me to take. Yet still you remain. Do not look so shocked, mortal. You know nothing of a vampire's true strength. We are capable of unleashing horrors beyond imagination. Corrupting a forest and poisoning the land is effortless to some of us. Now then, Countess Swan, what of the wolves? You're soaked in the scent of their blood, and in your fist you carry the severed head of the largest I've ever seen. The night has been a fruitful one, I take it.
You need not concern yourself with them any more, Your Majesty. Tonight, my little witch and I did battle with their leader, and she was slain by my own hand. I now have full command over the werewolves of Velsvania. And will be conquering this land in my name, not yours.
What?
We may have been lovers a long time ago, but we were never bound by blood. I owe you nothing. You were a selfish lover. You are a selfish king. My only fealty is to myself.
How dare you turn against me? You standing between us is adorably foolish. I will tear you apart as easily as paper. What? What is that?
Hear that, your majesty? My sweet little puppies singing in the night. You may have your armies camped along the border, ready to strike at any moment. But the wolves rule the wilds of Velsvania, and I now command them. Your forces pale in comparison to mine, in both strength and stamina, and will tear your soldiers apart if you step 1 inch over the border, or lay a finger upon me or my sweet little witch. Not to mention the countless thralls I have hidden throughout Umbramourne, who, since we started talking, have now surrounded the building. Oh, my little witch, I care deeply for you, but you are so wonderfully naive. Did you really think that I would be satisfied only with boar's blood? No. No, 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 no. I have been feasting upon the sleeping residents of Umbramourne since the first night I arrived, making new thralls that'll obey my every command, skulking in the shadows of the city, waiting to strike at a moment's notice.
You traitorous little bitch!
Oh, I'm the traitor. That's adorable, Your Majesty. We both know that if word got out about your plans of conquest, it would reflect poorly upon you for eternity. Your legacy will be as a brutish beast, not the poised gentleman you claim to be. Not to mention the fact that we both know that the vampire court already loathes you, and their hearts truly belong to the Midnight Consortium. A mismatched little group, but a surprisingly gentle cluster of vampires, ones that are far older than you, but have no interest to rule, unless they saw that the future of vampires was at risk. They could take your throne on a whim, with the full support of the rest of the court. But if you withdraw your forces and leave Velsvania in peace, and never seek retribution against me or my lands ever again, your reputation will remain intact.
Well played, my dear Countess. Very well played indeed. You are truly a cunning adversary. But very well. I will grant you this sad little country, and turn my attentions elsewhere. There is still much of the north to discover, after all. This will be an unsteady peace between us. You keep your secret, I'll keep mine. And you, mortal, well, you'll eventually die, and the secret will die with you.
They are above spreading idle gossip. They are loyal to me, and only me.
Keep telling yourself that, Countess. We'll see how long this little tantrum lasts. Eventually control of this country will slip through your fingers, and you will come crawling back to the icy woods of the north. I will enjoy seeing how the people of Velsvania come to despise you.
I would rather die than return to the pale hinterlands. Now get out of my country.
Fine. I will see you at the next grand masquerade. Good luck with your little conquest. You're going to need it.
And that was my former lover, as well as the ruler of our vampiric society. You can begin to understand how fraught our relationship was. You are upset with me. Is it because I made some of Umbramourne's citizens my thralls? I'm not going to ask you to understand. I made thralls as a backup of sorts. Should things go awry, it was important to have enough foot soldiers who could cause commotion and panic and allow me to escape the city. But things have changed. I not only have mesmerized meat sacks, but the Umbramourne werewolves. 2 armies are better than 1, after all. You will stay the night here, my little witch. Stay close to me. For tomorrow, we strike at the heart of magic in Velsvania. Listen closely. I will tell you of my plan. Do as I say, and I swear, you will ascend to greater power, and I will finally seize control of this beautiful kingdom. There you are, my pupil. Thank you for arriving so quickly. What can you tell me about the current state of the werewolves? They were spotted in Umbramourne last night, but we have no reported casualties, thank the gods. Just a pile of missing person reports from the guards. There's been more and more with each passing evening. The Coven is in a panic, and the other witches are looking to me for answers. What do you know? Chieftess Lynari has had difficulty controlling them, and they've been lashing out in rebellion. That sounds about right. That mutt couldn't control her dogs at the best of times. And now... My pupil, come closer. You smell different. A few weeks ago, your aroma was much like any other witch. Incense, dirt, herbs. But now your smell has shifted. It smells indulgent. You smell like Countess Swan. Why? I suppose I did indeed tell you to stay with her and keep her out of trouble. It makes sense that some of her aroma would linger on you. Forgive my interrogation. I've been even more highly strung since the arrival of the Countess, and especially after the ritual. What do you mean, speaking of which? Explain. There's been unrest in the sacred grove of blue roses. Celestial unrest. That is deeply concerning. You and I were the only spellcasters at the ritual, so I suppose it's up to us to settle this matter. Hopefully it's just a lingering spark that can be subdued, and not some kind of angelic creature waiting to enact violence on behalf of their god.
perhaps I should call upon some other witches to assist us. No, you're right, my pupil. We cast the ritual. We should take responsibility for it. Let us not idle any longer. If the werewolves aren't an immediate threat, then it should be safe for me to leave the city for a few hours. Let us be off. No matter how many times I enter this enchanting grove, it always remains just as beautiful. Wait, no. Something is wrong. The scent of the roses has changed. Blood has fallen upon these sacred lands, and more blood shall be spilled tonight. You did well, my little witch, leading Asteril here all alone. Right into my trap. What is the meaning of this? Why aren't these werewolves attacking you? And, these disgusting thralls. I know these faces. The missing person reports. I tried to be subtle, finding lost souls with no loved ones to mourn them. But despite my appearance, I can't be perfect at all times. And the werewolves? Where is their leader? Her remains are feeding the soil you now stand upon. She put up quite a fight. Oh, don't look so surprised. You invited me here, Enchantress, and I have no intention of leaving. Piece by piece, I took hold of Umbramourne, slithering past your defenses and making myself at home. You have not taken Umbramourne. Not yet. My pupil, quickly, return to the city and gather the other witches. There is still time. They will do no such thing, will you, my little witch? I thought not. Come here. You, traitor! After all these years under my wing, you succumb to such fleeting temptations. They know where their loyalties lie. In my bed. Because I follow through on my promises, and don't dangle power over their heads like a treat out of their reach. My pupil, it's not too late. Stand by me and together we can make it out of this. We'll go back to the city and get the other witches and drive this diseased monster from our lands. Take my hand, please. Well, little witch? You see, their heart lies with me, Asteril, and yours will cease to beat very, very soon. I think not. Do not try to help me. Just let this happen. My pupil, lend me your aid. I curse you for this betrayal, both of you, and for defiling this sacred grove with your sickness and treachery. Oh, please. Lynari already cursed me before I took her head. It's one more. Have you had enough, Asteril? You're burning through your magic like a candle burning at both ends. Silence! Little witch, I grow weary of her resistance. Subdue her. My pupil, why? Why are you doing this? Because you failed them, Asteril. You kept them fawning over you like a puppy, eager to please and content with scraps of power thrown down from your high table, keeping them under your thumb with the promise of one day
teaching them the magic they truly desired, until I offered them something better, something more. And here you are, now supplicant before them, ready for the student to become the master. Come here, my sweet little witch. Let me fulfill my promise to you. I will grant you power that should have been rightfully yours all this time. Don't you fucking touch me, you monster. Stay nice and still, Enchantress. Little witch, take my hand in yours and stand with my chest to your back. Let my darkness flow through you. I am not as well versed in the ways of necromancy as other vampires, but there is one spell that I learned just for you. A spell that will siphon the magic from your mentor and transfer it to you. Don't. Please don't do this. Be silent, Enchantress. You have lost. Now, submit. How do you feel, my little witch? Strong? That's what I'd like to hear. Now to dispose of this withered husk. You will regret this, Countess. Kill me, if you will, but you will never truly rule these lands. The air will poison all who breathe it in. The land will grow sick and infertile. And one day, those dearest to you will ultimately betray me. I've heard this before. Now try to have some dignity in your final moments. My sweet little witch is watching, after all. I'm sorry. I failed you. My pupil. I was wondering what her blood would taste like, and she was delicious to her final breath. Oh, my sweet little witch, come here. It is perfectly natural to mourn her. But do not do it for long. You have work to do. Look out over Umbramourne, the city of candles and cats. Stretch out your hand and feel the magic and my will flow through you. Shh. Relax. I know it feels strange, channeling this much power, but the old must burn to make way for the new. And there are too many still loyal to the Enchantress in that sad little city. But nothing a meteor shower won't fix. Lynari is dead. Asteril is dead. So too must this city die. You asked for power, my little witch, This is what true power looks like. Screams and blood and terror. It's beautiful, isn't it? No? Well, to each their own, I suppose. But you look angry at me, my little witch. You wanted power. I gave it to you. I didn't promise that it would come peacefully. And before you even think about turning your new magic against me, look around you at the army you helped me make. Look at the body of your mentor, now an emaciated corpse. Do not let your new power go to your head. I am still much, much stronger than you can ever hope to be. Once the fires have died down, and you've stopped feeling sorry for yourself, round up the remaining witches and bring them to this grove. They must learn who their new ruler is. And those who will not kneel will die. Here they come, stumbling out of the darkness of Orlok Forest, the survivors of Umbramourne, witches and mortals alike, herded like lambs to slaughter by my army of werewolves and thralls. Oh, don't look so concerned, little witch. I'm just playing with my food. Welcome to this sacred grove of blue roses. Gather round. Your sovereign wishes to address you. Do not grieve for your homes and lost loved ones, for a new moon is rising upon the land of Velsvania. No longer will you be under the tyranny of werewolves or the conceited control of the covens. You are now one people under my banner. I am Countess Stefania Swan, your conqueror, your savior, your ruler. Behold, the severed heads of Lynari the Radiant and High Enchantress Asteril. These powerful beings were slain by me and my beloved accomplice. Step forward, my dear, and don't forget to smile. This little witch had incredible power and potential, but was kept under Asteril's thumb all their life. No more. They will be my beloved right hand, and advise me in the ways of this beautiful land. They will be the new High Enchantress, the voice of the witches of Velsvania, and will follow my every command. Won't you? That's what I thought. Now, kneel. Good little witch. While the witches have a new commander, the werewolves need one too. Who among you, my precious puppies, will kneel at my feet and be the conductor of the nocturnal bestial choir as the new Chieftess?
I will.
Countess, what is your name, wolf? Azurli Moon. Azurli Moon. By the power of the blind wolf, the beasts of Noctalir, I bind your will to mine, and bestow upon you the power of the wilds. Your strength and that of your descendants will serve me in the centuries to come. Take pride in that. With that, we come to my first command as your new sovereign. Witches, werewolves, humble civilians, you will gather the rubble of your fallen city and build for me a castle of unmatched beauty atop this sacred grove, so that it will forevermore imbue my home with its power and beauty. What is it, High Enchantress? We must not disturb the grove any further than we already have. You dare defy me, little witch, after all I've done to raise you up to your lofty new station? Besides, the grove is poisoned beyond repair. And if you don't want your head on a spear like Asteril's, you will do as I say. Is that understood? You have a condition. Let's hear it then. None of your people will be harmed. Well, it's up to them. My dear mortals, the High Enchantress has raised some concerns. But know this, serve and loyalty will be rewarded, just as their loyalty was rewarded. Resist and you will be devoured by my thralls and made to serve me, even in death. Sound fair? Good. Now, all of you, my subjects, get to work. Come with me, High Enchantress. Let us speak in private. This hill is lovely. You can look over the ruins of Umbramourne and watch all the mortals scurrying like ants as they gather what they need to build my beautiful new home. A glorious monument to this wonderful occasion, the shadow of which will fall across the land, reminding all who truly rules Velsvania. But you are angry with me, my little witch. I am sorry about the slap, but I must maintain this image of a domineering ruler. If the Vampire King had successfully taken the lands, he would have culled 10% of the population to feed his army and enslaved the rest. You may disapprove of my methods, but keep in mind that things could be far, far worse. I'm a villain, not a monster. I gave an order, and my thralls will keep people in line, while you stay at my side and provide me counsel and company. Let me take your face in my hands, little witch. I wish to feel your warmth. I will make sure your room in the castle is comfortable, to soften the blow of all that you've had to do in the service of something greater. I see the furrow in your brow. Perhaps you're already thinking of ending me, out of petty revenge for killing your mentor. But keep in mind that you drank of my blood, and my influence runs under your skin. You cannot harm me, even if you wanted to. But why would you? You pledged yourself to me many nights ago. Come closer. Kiss me. Thank you for all you have done, my little witch. We will build the castle of blue roses, and I will rule these lands lovingly, with you at my side, High Enchantress Shiloh Black Quills. Together, we will keep these lands safe and make all your sacrifices worthwhile. I, Shiloh Black Quills, advisor to the Countess and High Enchantress of Orlock Forest, lived for many years, my magic serving me well and slowing the aches of aging. I served her as both counselor and lover until, much like the blue roses, our love withered. She kept me close, as we agreed, and I watched as the once lovely fragrance of the roses turned to a sickening poison that corrupted all mortals who entered her halls. Her love a putrid, ruinous thing that I was glad to free myself of. While her lonely heart hungered for love, I moved amongst the deep shadows she cast across my home, biding my time and allying with the werewolves until we had the strength and opportunity to usurp her. Thanks to her final lover, a strange but talented vampire hunter. Since that fateful night that we seized control of the castle, no one has seen the Countess. Many believe her to be dead, snuffed out by the rays of dawn, but I know in my heart that she's still out there, lurking in the shadows of Velsvania, her voice echoing in the dark. Perhaps plotting revenge, or content to roam the wilds alone. Sometimes I miss her, but despite our moments of passion, our love was unbalanced, selfish, and transactional. I loved her for a time, but it only withered my heart and soul. Wherever she is, I hope she is well. After all this time, I don't know if I've earned Asteril's forgiveness or remedied the damage I've done to these lands. Until that day comes that my penitence has been fulfilled, I will live in harmony with the werewolves of Noctalia and tend to my coven as a gardener tends to their flowers. Blue roses require diligent care and a magical touch, after all. Perhaps one day, the grove will bloom once again.
If you enjoyed this ASMR tale and want to become one of the incredibly kind souls featured here, then please consider supporting me on Patreon. To access my Discord server, attend my monthly live narrations, and enjoy other perks, click on the Patreon link below. Don't forget to check out my merch store on Fourth Wall to pick up some stickers or pins featuring your favourite characters, or a stylish shirt to show your support for the Seraph of Stories. You can also catch me live on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday evening, so be sure to drop by sometime. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe, and stay wicked and wonderful.